Pope Leo just sacked one of the Vatican's most prominent clerics, and it may signal a real turning point inside the Roman Catholic Church. You're going to want to hear this whole story. Hey, I'm Father Rich V. I'm a priest in the old Catholic Church, not Roman, and I talk about faith as it actually meets real life. So if conversations like this matter to you, please follow this account so you don't miss the conversation. So, earlier this week, Pope Leo removed one of the Vatican's most respected masters of ceremony from his role, almost immediately. Why? Because he was caught on a hot mic using an anti-gay slur. Basically, he said in Italian, the F slurs are all together. Now, people will debate who he was talking about, if he was speaking about a particular faction of cardinals, or whether he simply misspoke. But here's the heart of it. For a very long time in the church, uncharitable speech towards LGBTQ people, honestly, all types of people, has been tolerated, sometimes quietly encouraged, and almost never disciplined. This time, it was dealt with swiftly and directly. And that matters, because this moment is not just about one priest or one microphone or one insult. The toxic culture in the church is now ended under Pope Leo's reign. And the focus is on Catholic traditionalists in particular. See, a lot of folks are saying this Monsignor was targeted because of his support of the use of the Latin or Tridentine Rite of the Mass. And in a way, that's true, but not for the reasons traditionalists might want you to believe. See, people always frame this debate over the ancient form of the Mass as if it's about reverence, beauty, or love for the tradition. But here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. The problem has never been the rite. The Tridentine Mass is beautiful, theologically rich, and deeply moving when celebrated well. No one with any theological seriousness denies that. The crisis has been the culture that has formed around it in recent years. In far too many places, the voices most aggressively championing the Tridentine Rite are also the loudest voices of contempt towards the Pope, towards other priests, towards women, towards LGBTQ Catholics, toward modern society on the whole, towards anyone who doesn't fit within their really narrow vision of the church. You cannot be a shepherd and hate the flock. They value aesthetics over compassion, vestments over people, incense over discipleship. It's narrow doors and empty tables. They wield canon law as if it's actually a canon, and they call it holiness. And as Pope Francis warned years ago, that kind of formation doesn't produce saints. It produces what he called little monsters, clerics who see authority as power over others rather than service to the body of Christ. So when Pope Francis limited the Tridentine Rite, it wasn't because he hated tradition. It was because the pastoral damage being done by the culture surrounding it had become undeniable. And now under a pope many assumed would be more accommodating to that movement, one of its most celebrated figures crossed a line of charity, and there were consequences. It sends a message, not that tradition is unwelcome, though some will undoubtedly spin it that way, but that cruelty is unwelcome. Not that reverence is a problem, but contempt for the people of God is. Not that beauty in worship is dangerous, but that bigotry in ministry is. And yes, it is sad to lose a gifted liturgist. God gives people real talents, and he certainly had it. But when those talents are used in ways that wound others, the church has a responsibility to protect the people of God first. This is a good day for discipleship, a good day for accountability, and a reminder that performative holiness without love is not holiness at all. If this kind of reflection helps you think more deeply about faith in our complicated world, I'd love for you to follow and share with someone who cares about the church and join in this community. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this moment? What does it say about where the church is heading? I'll be reading. God bless you. Have a great evening.